Hi, I'm Diane Donato. Thank you for joining us again on Clearview. We have a bit of an inspirational tale today, something that so many of us are dealing with, weight issues, and it can be very inspirational to find out how other people have tackled that problem. We have with us today Melissa Mace. Hello, Melissa.
Hi, Diane. How are you?
I'm well, and you seem like you are doing so well. You are somebody who's a very big weight loss success story. How much weight have you lost?
As of right now, I've lost 155 pounds.
155 pounds. That's amazing. And I want to talk to you a little bit about this because I think there are a lot of interesting angles of your story, but things that are relatable to anybody who's having a struggle. What inspired you, and when did you start to take the weight off?
Well, I've struggled with my weight my whole life, ever since I was a child. And I have a metabolic disorder called polycystic ovarian syndrome that also causes obesity and makes it harder to lose weight. But really, like the most recent time that I've made a serious attempt was about 2.5 years ago. I had just had my second child, and I realized I really was not being a good role model and a good example for my children. And that was the thing that really pushed me to start making some changes.
And that's something that so many people have struggled with and have been inspired by their kids. But how did you stick to it? How did you make this work?
Well, I went, I belonged to a local Y, and I went and saw a Zumba class. And I was very drawn to it, but I was really too intimidated to go in because of my size and feeling self-conscious. So what I did was I went outside the class for about 2 weeks, like 3 times a week. I went and watched it, and I was just trying to work up the nerve to go in. And I couldn't. I was so afraid. And finally one day someone came out and said, just come in, you can do it. And I did.
And you probably went towards the back of the class, right?
Oh, absolutely. I was in the back of the class hiding.
And it's so often the case where the things that are best for us, we're just a little bit afraid of them, right?
Terrified, yeah.
Yeah.
I knew I needed to be in the gym and I needed to be exercising, but over the years I had just had such horrible experiences with people at the gym and people judging me and really not being supportive, and I knew I needed to be there, but I was so afraid and so self-conscious that really got in the way for me. But finally, once I discovered Zumba, all of that really just slowly disappeared. It didn't go away overnight, but I look back to where I was then and where I am now, and it's a completely different world.
And we should just give a little explanation of what Zumba is. I've had a few people around here who don't know, but it's a kind of a mixed-up dance class. It's got a little bit of a lot of different rhythms to it.
It does. Zumba is a dance fitness program. There's a specific formula that the program follows, and you learn that when you go to your instructor training. But basically, it's based on 70% international music, and then 30% could be like top 40 or whatever the instructor likes. And why it's so effective is because it works every part of your body, and you're working so hard, but you're having so much fun, you don't realize that you're exercising. That's why they call it exercise in disguise, and that's really very accurate.
And it's offered, as you said, through some Ys and through a lot of other places as well.
Oh, it's all over this area. If you go to Zumba.com and just put your zip code in, you'll see a ton of classes come up, and it's really I've been blessed, and a huge part of my success really is because I found an amazing instructor who's inspired and supported me, and I go to her class 4 times a week, and now I teach with her.
4 times a week. And is that
4 or 5.
Wow. Is that what it took in the beginning, or you must have had to ease into it?
I did have to ease into it. I mean, there was no way I could have done 4 days a week back then. I mean, I really, for about 6 months, I just went once a week, and that was really all that I could do. And even that was a struggle.
And the exercise is a huge component. I assume you also made some dietary changes.
I did. I mean, because I have PCOS, I've always, at least for the past 12 years, been mindful about how I ate. I've been a little bit more mindful, but for me, the exercise is really what has led to most of my success, because I was already pretty decent about my food.
155 pounds. So what advice do you give other people now?
Take the first step. Don't look back. Find something that you love. And I tell everybody, whether you've done it and didn't have a good experience or never try it, try Zumba, because there really is something different about Zumba. The people that are involved in Zumba are amazing, and it's a program that works. And not to sound like a commercial, but it's transformed my life so much that I feel so passionate about trying to encourage other people to try it. That's why I became an instructor.
Yeah,
I'm teaching a class for overweight women and beginners just to try and help them feel comfortable and secure. Like what I didn't have, I'm trying to offer to other people now.
That's what I find so inspirational, the idea of finding something that you really enjoyed, but that it really transformed your life.
Absolutely.
You're healthier in many ways now.
Oh, I overcame infertility, all my PCOS symptoms. I mean, my doctor says I don't even fit the blood profile for it anymore. My cholesterol, I mean, everything is better. And really, another huge component for me is emotionally. Like, I really, really changed a lot. I mean, just the fact that I'm able to get up on a stage and dance in front of people. A year ago, I never could have even imagined that, because I never speak or do anything in front of people, and it's such an empowering program that it's really transformed a lot for me.
Well, I really appreciate you sharing your story with us. We also are going to be talking with Dr. Lucy Chapik, who did some surgery